Run.
What is up, Wokesters? It's me, the self-proclaimed leader of the Wokester Army. We are an army and not a cult. I don't care what the homeless guy outside of 7-Eleven says. Welcome to my first Woke or Joke review of a TV series. We're going to be doing the only review on the internet of... Before we get started, I just wanted to mention the charity that my content team, Wasted Respawn, has going to help raise funds for Mental Health America because, after all, it is still Mental Health Awareness Month. We just did a heartfelt podcast on the subject, the link to which will be down in the description, as well as a link for the charity. Okay, now let's get balls deep, boys. As for my movie reviews, I use 4 basic principles to determine whether the film is good. Since this is a series, I gotta tweak the mathematic algorithm I use. We will be looking at visuals, bingeability, yes, it's a made up word, story, and characters. On the surface, the animation isn't nothing to write home about, but I say that because the first episode is a bit plain and reminiscent of earlier superhero cartoons like Justice League Unlimited or X-Men. But as we get past the first 35 minutes of the series, we see where the animation budget gets blown, and in the best fucking way, with the fight scenes. These fight scenes are some of the best I've ever seen in any animated show or movie. Sorry, Flashpoint. Most fight scenes will last maybe 1 minute or so with a bunch of shaky still images, whereas Invincible, the fight scenes take up a good portion of the 45-minute episodes, and they are absolutely insane to watch. Every fight is a banger. There is so much feeling and impact with every punch and toss in this series. The show seems to blend Saturday morning cartoon animation with anime animation, and it pays off really well. There are so many notable fight scenes in this 8-episode series. Each fight I could really discuss on their own for hours on end, and hey, maybe that's a new video idea. Who fucking knows? You let me know down below. Can you binge this show? Fuck yes. God damn it. Fuck yes. Binge this shit. Should you though? No. But also yes, like I said, the series is only 8 episodes, so it's bittersweet to sit down and watch all 8 in one sitting because on one hand, you get to experience the emotional action-packed ride that is Invincible, but then that's it. That's all you get. It's like getting to fuck a 10, but busting your load in 30 seconds. It's fun and you're hyped to be in the situation, but then you ruin it for yourself by making what should be an epic adventure into a short-lived ride. Shout out to all my exes. Never have I seen so many well-rounded characters in one series, and I'm going to be kind of piggybacking off of what Moist Critical said in his review for Invincible, being that with most anime or animated series, you see a character with a certain quirk about them, like maybe this guy is just a huge pervert. That will be his only defining trait through the whole series. He just jerks off a lot and hits on women, and that will be all we know about them through the runtime of whatever anime, and they will not shut the fuck up about it. They want you to know, this guy jerks off a lot. Whereas Invincible, we have these major character developments with even the smallest characters. I think the evolution of Mark's best friend William is one of my favorites. He is revealed to be a gay character, but it's not even a reveal, it's just a known fact, which I love. I think a lot of movies and series miss the mark with a gay character by driving the point home of, hey, look how diverse we are, but then only throw in stereotypes of gay men and other gay characters. William is just a normal guy who happens to like guys, who, by the way, is the world's greatest wingman to Mark. But then we see him build character and story in the sidelines of Mark's quest, which I won't spoil for you, but it gets kinda sad. So it's extremely hard not to spoil the first episode of the series while talking about the plot, but I will do my absolute bestest to tiptoe around the subject like James Charles sneaking into a 14-year-old boy's room. The story takes place around Mark, aka Invincible, who gets his powers in the first episode. His dad, Omni-Man, is the strongest hero on Earth, who is played by J.K. Simmons. We see Mark dealing with constant struggle of not only being in the shadow of his father, but also whether or not he wants to be a hero. He struggles with the latter as he constantly fucks up. He will try to save someone only for him to do more harm than good. And yes, it is extremely bloody every single time. There is so much talk about when it comes to the plot, but the coming of age story for Mark as a hero is enough to carry the show on its own. I am a little late on this review, I know, so I'm sure everyone has seen the memes on the internet with Omni-Man yelling at Mark, They fucking kill me every time. But I'm sure these memes will give you some indication as to what follows in the story. So, how does Invincible balance on the woke or joke scale? This is the first for me, I'll admit, but I'm going to give this show straight up certified 100% woke as fuck. I have nothing negative to say about this show. I can't think of a single moment in the show that made me question anything. I just did not want to stop watching. I was staying up till 12 in the morning knowing I had to work at 7:30 the next day just to finish an episode, and it sucked for me the next day. I felt like shit. I'm an old man now. I'll be 24 this month. This show is pure violence mixed in with emotional moments and just over-the-top amazing fight scenes. The only and obvious complaint is that there is only 8 episodes. Now, I initially was going to give the show a 90 to 10, but I sat down to write the 10 portion. I just couldn't come up with any weak points aside from the build-up in episode 1, which to me wasn't all that boring or bad, which may be biased, seeing as how I grew up watching X-Men, the series, and Justice League Unlimited. Alright, thanks guys for coming to another woke or joke video. The fact of the matter is, I love doing these reviews, so please comment down below what I should review next, or just leave a comment telling me why I'm flat-ass wrong about the review. Also, there is woke or joke merch. Pow. So go check that out. There is a link to the merch below, and all for the rest of the month of May, any profit made from the merch will go straight to the mental health charity. So you get a confusingly neat shirt, and you get to help someone in need. It's a fucking win-win. Alright fuckers, you stay woke out there.